I'm William John, and I'm honored to have a presentation for you guys. And before we started our presentations, I got some pictures to show you. And the first of them, have anyone recognize these two characters? Anyone?
The right one is Mickey Mouse.
Yes. And how about the left one?
Homer Simpson.
Yes, thank you very much. And so now, how about these two?
Mario.
Super Mario.
Yes, and the left one? And it's a famous character in Japanese dramas. And the last one? How about this one? Have anybody seen these characters before?
That's Goku from Dragon
Yeah.
Ball.
Thank you very much. And it's also a famous comic character in South Asia. I think now it's also world famous because of the influence of Japanese comic. And have you ever think you be a superheroes or something with superpowers in special circumstances when you were a child? Anybody?
Every day.
Yes. And now I'm just talking about today's topic, cosplay. And first, this is my agenda. I will make a simple introduction of cosplay, and then here's some typical cosplay we have. I separated in 3 parts, including features and type of characters, and also the values. And then I will make some comparisons to the difference of cosplays between Eastern and Western part. Also, the fourth part, I will introduce some interesting activities, also some competitions around the world for cosplay. And then I'll give you some suggestions before you go to these exhibitions and conclusions. So let's start it. And at first, I will give some definitions and the description for cosplay. It's when you see some guys who are enthusiastic for the animations and comic or video games, and they dress like them. You can call them cosplayers. It's this word is originated from costumes and the role plays, which refers by Japanese guys in 1984's Los Angeles Science Fiction's World Conference. And just like you see the pictures, here's some girls dressed like some characters in comic book that we call cosplay. And now I'm gonna introduce you some pictures of typical cosplayers, which means who do the cosplay. And at first you will notice about he must be so familiar with the stories and also the characters and all the relationships in the stories. In anime, which means animations, this is a Japanese word, which means in English it means animations, and manga, which also a Japanese word, it means cartoons in Westerns, and video games. Also, you will see some scientific movies and novels like Harry Potter, Spider-Man also. So people will dress like them and act like them. So, and second, you will see some great and look-alike dressing, just like these guys. He find the pictures in the comic books and he dress like them in their meetings or events and exhibitions. Also, to be an excellent cosplayers, you not only just dress like them, you also have to think like them and act like them. So that's what I'm talking about in third point, assimilate themselves to the characters. And also, usually they were making the shows of performance about their characters. This one is a good example. And now I'm just going to introduce some type of characters, which is separated into 2 parts. One is human-like characters, and another one is non-human lives. And you can see the human-like characters. You can see this one is generals in some video games of Japan's, and also fairies in the video games. This one is girls who dress up in Bonn in the biggest cosplay exhibitions in Germany, and also a robot. People who make it for half years to make it then like Gundam. It's these names and this robot game. And also the common we see is they act like a dress like a Superman's and or Spider-Man's, which we can usually see. And other creatures or non-creatures characters include some planets. I think this one's not planets, it's a braid. And also sometimes you will see some girls act like animals. This one is Kelolo, which is a famous frog characters in Japanese and around the world, I think, especially in the US Cartoon Networks, the cartoon channels. And also some guys will dress just like because they can't dress like SpongeBob, so they just wear their clothes to pretend they are them. And also, so how to find them and where can we find the cosplayers? In the beginnings, we can find them in comic markets because some comic publishers or animations producers, they will hire some guys to pretend their characters they made and to promote their product. So that's why the cosplayers, I think it's the earliest cosplayers. And then gradually we will find some cosplayer in ACG exhibitions or shows. Sometimes it's held by the comic publishers, and sometimes for some clubs, private clubs, just the people who have some interest in and they get together to have these activities. And also you can see the amusement park. The amusement parks sometimes you will have some special themes for you for the audience or the customers, and they will dress like it. And the earliest cosplayers, according to the Wikipedia, is Mickey Mouse, which in the Disneyland. And because some Japanese comic books, they draw some the maidens, which the servants, they always dress like gothic maiden. And when people started to familiar with these characters for the servants and these images for the servants, and there are some special cosplay restaurants who all servers are wearing like this, and it's pop up in Asia. Maybe next time when you visit Asia, you can find some restaurants in. And now I made some comparisons for the Eastern cosplay and the traditional Western masquerade. The first is object, because usually the cosplayers, they are focused on the characters they like, they're interested, and they loved. But in traditional Western masquerade, there used to be a theme, something like Egypt, or birthday party, you should Harry Potter night. Yeah, and also the traditions, like in Germany, you have fashions that people will dress, and many kind of clothes in the streets, and also maybe something cautious. And second part differences is about events. Usually you will see the cosplayer in some certain exhibitions or meetings, and this usually held by the companies or some clubs. And compared to the Western side, you will see people are held to party amongst their friends.